video. Click on the video. Try to wait for a few people to come in before we get started. Where the notification squad at? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. It's only one like, 3 people in here. Or 2 likes. Need y'all to start commenting so I can know who in here. Just like church, this your first time in the live stream. Let us know who you is, where you from. I said us like it's only, it ain't just me. I know y'all been waiting on this video. Well, the So Cool fans have. Where everybody at? Synergy, shout out to you. I told y'all to get along.
I know, but I'm hungry.
Steak and fries. I ain't hungry right now. Okay, I ain't that hungry. You about to order food right now?
Oh, no, I'm just looking.
I'll just take a steak and fries. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Big shout out to Bianca. Synergy coming through, the first 2 people to comment. I see y'all clicking on the video because of the title, Exposing CJ So Cool. You got the wrong brother, man. You got the wrong brother. I'm Kenneth, I'm not Jinx, I'm the middle brother. Jinx is the baby brother, CJ is the older brother, I'm the middle. So, anybody who remember who I was in the guest house at So Cool Land. So, I know it seemed like I disappeared for quite some time after I fucking left there, but shit, I was always around. Shout out to Batty, baby. Somebody know who I am. CJ So Cool is not here, so don't expect for him to be popping up in my video. What y'all want to talk about? What questions y'all got? I know y'all seen the title, like, oh, he planning on exposing his brother. Just gotta wait and see. Exactly. But that's the you, Bianca, you was here last night, so you already know what it is. I just gotta get my people who know me. They don't know where I'm at, so I gotta let them find me. And the way I do that is by doing what I'm doing. It is Jinx's fault. The reason why, like, Jinx definitely egged me on to do this. Take this route. So he said, "Hey, if something worked, double down on it." So the first time I made a video about my brother, shit, the T-Page just picked up on it. So I'm like, "Hey, that worked. Shit, let me just keep doing this shit, low key." I ain't gonna say I got like a current inside scoop because I don't know what's going on in their house, so I won't be able to tell you that, like what they're doing currently. But the characters of each individual in the house, yes, I do know pretty well. But people do change, so I haven't talked to my brother in a minute, so. Y'all ain't hitting that like button though. It's probably because I ain't said nothing that y'all want to hear yet. But if y'all waiting on that, y'all gotta ask the question because I don't know what the fuck you want to hear. All I know is I'm building up my platform. There's a group of people who know who I am, but they don't know where to find me. T-Page is going hard now. They said CJ don't want to come. CJ just been getting lamer and lamer. Well, lamer is not a word, but is it that is you saying he's getting lamer and lamer because you don't find him entertaining anymore? Is that why you saying that? Because if that's the case, you gotta understand we all get older and older. So something that was cool when you was younger, it don't seem so cool as you get older. Like when you think about fucking wrestling, I used to love WWE, WWF growing up as a kid. Then I realized that shit was all fake. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not about to spend my time watching this shit. Like, I thought that shit was real as fuck. But as you get older, you tend to stop believing in shit. You stop watching shit. Like, my brother been famous on YouTube for like damn near 7 years. So all his core fans, they done grew up. Like, so but I do believe like he should like kind of switch things, not switch it all the way up, but like put out like different content, like more new shit. Shout out to Mom Nasty coming through. He said, nah, I grew up with the Jesus. Content now. It's the way he treats people. Oh, see now, if you saying like now, I understand that completely about like treating people around him like that will make you. I ain't gonna say it'll make you a bad person, but if you're not respecting the people around you, then yeah, like that the videos with Batman, Cowboy, and CJ. CJ needs a fucking team of people around him. That's what it is. Like he need a real team, not his kids and his family, because they only could do so much. They already got their personalities. They already added the value that they could add throughout the years. So I feel like he really do need a team. Like Jake Paul and fucking Logan Paul, they had a team of people that was working with them, creating content. The Sidemen, team of people, motherfucking FaZe Clan. It was a team of them. Like so, I feel like my brother, he was always about him. As you can see, like all the chains, the jewelry, it says CJ. It's all CJ. It's all about him. I haven't you. He haven't invited me around him, like, but nah, I've truly been working on my own shit. Like as far as my own business and taking care of my kids. I got 7 kids, so um, inflation is real. Like this shit is expensive. Like so, I have to like I can't be doing other shit that ain't gonna put no money in my pocket. Like going around CJ, being in CJ like videos, I was never getting paid for that. Like so, I need to do something that was gonna help me get to financial freedom. So my brother showed me the blueprint, and that's what I needed. That's all I needed. I didn't need nothing else from him. I don't. A lot of people leech off people when they know they got it and they know they successful and got money. Like that's not my that's not my goal. That was never my plan. Like so, would you bring my McDonald's for everyone or just your kids? All right, I talked about this yesterday. So I got 3 baby mamas. Well, I got a wife and 2 baby mamas. So the middle baby mama, she has 3 extra kids, like 3 children that's not mine, but not had 3 with her. Like so, it was time like she would ask me like tell me the kid was hungry, and I just buy them a pizza. Like I knew she had extra kids over there. Like so, like I was never the individual type. You talking about that video? Somebody just asked a question, but like yeah, I was never the type to like nah, I'ma just let my kids eat in front of somebody else's kids. Even though it's not my responsibility, I would more rather just take my kid with me, spend the day with him, and then he come back full and shit. But they definitely can share a $10 pizza from Pizza Hut. They got the whole $10 box, and if you want the $20 box, you get 2 pieces, fucking breadsticks, wings, or whatever the fuck else in that. So shit. Or you can go to Little Caesars, get 2 $5 pizza, like shit. It's way other ways you can do things like. But that was all for clout. That whole video was like it was all for clout. But man, you know how many times I went through, when I was going through my struggling stage, like where Little Caesars became my favorite restaurant because I ain't really have extra money to go buy groceries. Like shit, that should be more expensive. Not today, but when I was going through my shit, I depended on Little Caesars. Like shit, that was a lifesaver. Like so, that shit can feed a whole house. But it is not the man's responsibility to take care of somebody else's kids. Like it's the mother's responsibility and the kid's father's responsibility. It's not the other baby daddy responsibility. Like fuck all that shit. That's how I think. But I'm a different type of individual. Like I said, I'm not gonna be buying my kid fucking McDonald's knowing he's going into a house where other kids are there. Like That's not gonna make sense to me. Like shit, I know they're gonna be looking at him, staring at him, like being jealous and envious of what the child has, and it's not like so. I wouldn't even put my child in that situation. So, but like I said, I know that video was like that shit was all like it was fake shit. Cause whole time, like shit, if she getting food stamps, right? Like her house, like her refrigerator should be full. You got 4 kids. Like yeah, you should have like at least. I ain't gonna say how much she got coming or how much she would have coming in the food stamps, but I know it's a lot enough to fill up the refrigerator. Like so, if you're not mismanaging your fucking benefits from the government, then you should be able to last, make that shit last. And once again, like it ain't on one baby daddy to feed everybody else. That's the biggest thing why I said like it was fake. Cause I'm like, how you plan on exposing this dude? We can't see his face. Like what the fuck is you exposing? You exposing yourself because you're the one who posted the video, so people know the source. They don't know who that nigga is. Like so, but she was saying like, I mean, I can't say she said, but she's a TikToker who got millions of fucking views and likes on her shit already. Like so, to say like this shit was probably a fucking setup, most likely. Just like a lot of all that other drama that come out, shit. Like it be kind of set up and shit. Like with my brother, a lot of times I feel like he be pre-calculating the situation, knowing it's gonna get a reaction. And since that bring in money, views, hey, why fix something that ain't broke? If I can get paid off my own life, and drama tends to pay me the most, then I'll be trying to find the most drama as I can. Like, okay. It wouldn't even be no family channel. It'll be a drama channel. It'll always be something like. It'll be more like the motherfucking what's the shows that the old people used to like? They still do watch that shit. Like General Hospital, like the soap operas. That's the type of lane he need to be in, like low key. But I don't think I ever seen no type of soap opera show on YouTube like that though. That shit is for TV. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. That's why I look at his money now. I mean, like, shit, he 33, like, so. Here's the thing. When your life is on the TV screen or in some type of spotlight, people are gonna always fucking pick and try to find anything low key to, like, crucify you. But like I said, if he's doing the drama, like, cause he knows bringing in money. Like, shit, that's his. You can't be mad at a person who pre-planned something and it goes exactly how they want it to go. He said you willing to go to the extreme to make it into the shade room. It ain't that much. I mean, shit. If the shade room is the top blog site, shade room is like TMZ, which it is. Like a lot of celebrities just be just trying to get on the shade room. It's like it ain't just him. Like it's more celebrities out there that like, man, if I can get on this shade room, or if only I can get on a T page, more people are gonna see me. More people are gonna come to me. Like they're gonna watch the source of the video. Like so. I mean, I feel like if he really trying to get on like that type of level, like shit, he needs to start doing new things, like adding new drama to it, or adding new characters to the fucking story. It's been the same characters this whole time. Like there ain't really been nobody new. Like so, I feel like he need to add something new to the equation. Will it work? I don't know. Quality would have just mind her business. Mm-hmm. But once again, women will do what they think is right. They're gonna think how they whatever they think is can't change it. He said you just wish Jalea and Leon could see their dad. I mean, shit, he live in Vegas. Like he's still out here. Like, cause if he was pulling up to see their old house, obviously the nigga's still around. Like it's not on the kids to reach out to the dad. It's not on the baby mama to reach out to the dad. It's on the dad to reach out to his kids. Like so, he only pops out when there's drama like that. Like so, I can't speak for no other man on how they raise their kids. I just know I got mine. Like shit, got 6 of my kids upstairs. Then I got one that's on the way that's coming. Like so, knowing like shit, my responsibilities are taken care of. Like shit, I ain't even worried about nobody else. Then when you think about my brother CJ, like you got to look at the positive as well. Don't just look at the bad things. He's a dad who's taking care of his family, his kids, and kids that ain't his. He's has his own business. He got people who he's providing for, like D'Lo. Like so, I mean, I feel like he could do a lot more goodness than more all the drama. But will people want to watch that type of shit? They don't. Low key, people don't like positive shit like that. They don't care about positivity. They only want drama. They only want bullshit. They only want shit that when they look at you, they can like, ha ha ha. I'm glad that ain't me. Like that's what people want to feel. They don't want to be seeing you always being all positive and everything always going right, or I mean going the right way because they can't relate to that. Like, and they can't be like, oh damn, I'm doing better than that person. Like, it's a whole different type of feeling. They just gonna always skip over that shit. So, I mean, he built the lane that he. I mean, yeah, he actually built the lane he's in. Like, so, and he's inspired a lot of other YouTubers as well. Like, there's plenty other YouTubers who is just like CJ. Like, so, and that's because they was watching him first. So, he's a trendsetter. He's a pioneer. Like, I don't know. Did he do it the right way? Like, did he like? I don't know. Would you make a family channel? Probably, probably not. I don't know. I'm not into. I'm more of a mature individual. I'm more of a. I ain't gonna say I'm mature than my brother, but I'm more of the mature type. So the content that I watch and that I would want to put out, I would want people to be able to like learn stuff from it. Like so, I wouldn't. I mean, I could, like literally, I could do it. Like the fuck, like I said, I got 7 kids, so I could definitely do a family channel. But then you're putting your whole family out there to be crucified and judged by the world, whose opinions really don't matter, but they have a platform and a social media account. Like so, would I want to put my kids through that, or should I just let them grow up organically and normal, like regular kids? Like so. I would have to like weigh the pros and the cons in a situation if I was gonna like start a family channel. But the family channel was trendy though. And like I said, it's because of him. Like shit, you know. I feel like where he kind of like the one of my biggest issue with my brother is I feel like he invested so much money in like liabilities and shit, like in so much in jury and stuff like that when he should have been teaching people, or like, yeah, I feel like he should have been teaching people. Like, I mean, if you can't teach somebody if you don't know, like, so it wasn't like we had no father figure or no people in front of us showing us how to do stuff when you get money, like, so can't be mad at that. But I just wish he had invested in like more land, like more businesses, like just been more creative with his platform. Like, cause I remember it was at a point in time where he had like lunch boxes, book bags, and all that. I feel like he should have just invested, kept reinvesting in himself. Like so, but hey, he's still making his money. Like so, shit. Can't really tell a grown man what to do and how they should spend their money. If he's spending his money, he's happy about the decisions he make with that, like purchase, then I can't even say nothing on it. But if you regret something you buy after you just spent all your money, like then that's where the problem come in. Like so, it's all about being happy. If you doing what makes you happy, that's all that fucking matters. Like fuck all that other shit and what other people think and feel. Like shit. If I'm happy and I don't have no regrets, I can give a fuck about your opinion. So shout out to Anna. I don't wanna, but we all got our own life and our own journeys that we're meant to walk down on. And like I said, we will all make mistakes. We will all fuck up. Ain't nobody perfect. Like so, most people just able to hide their shit because they don't have a spotlight on them. Like so, but we gonna all go through some shit. We gonna all experience drama. Like so, I mean, I just wish I could monetize my shit too. Like low key, like fuck all that other shit. Cause that's the whole thing. You want to monetize your whole life. Everything is content. Like as far as if you're a YouTuber or you want to make videos, everything is content. Your whole life is content. Like so, I mean, I wouldn't call myself a YouTuber, but I do teach on YouTube. I do give wisdom and knowledge, and that's what my purpose is. Like that's why I'm here. It ain't for no other fucking reason. Like I didn't come here to entertain people. I can entertain, but I'm not the entertainer. Like so, and there's nothing wrong with entertainment because motherfuckers need that shit, especially after they done work they ass off at a 9 to 5 they hate, and then like shit come home and shit. I want to be entertained too. Hold on, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I feel like yeah, my whole goal is to get my fucking subscribers back. Like not subscribers, but like get the fans that I made from like being with my brother. Like I need to go find. I need to get them. I don't need to go find them. I already know where they at. Like, but I just need to go get their ass. So more CJ so cool stories and titles, I guess, is on the way. But you know what it was like at first, because when I was living in the guest house, I kind of started evolving and growing just watching it and being around him. Like so, I stopped wanting to be CJ So Cool's little brother. Not I didn't want to be his brother, but I didn't want to be considered or called CJ So Cool's little brother because that's the only thing people knew me as. They didn't know my name, like so. It was kind of irritating, and I wanted to step out of that role and become my own person. So now, since I did that, I can come back, or I've came back, and it's totally different. But I wish I was like more. I wish I had a came moved to Vegas with this type of mindset, because then I knew I would have been way bigger. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. And it ain't about being like more famous and like big or having millions of subscribers. It's about the money, like low key. Like it's about being happy. All that other shit is fucking irrelevant. Like shit. But some people just be willing to do any and everything to get bread. That's something I'm not gonna do. Like if I feel like it's uh, demoralizing or it's like money it was. So, but that's more on like some Hollywood shit right there, or like some fucking rap shit. Like motherfuckers be doing shit they regret just to get the bread and then like hate their life afterwards. That ain't really the case for YouTube. But people do get big on YouTube and then start regretting it because they can't handle the opinions and the comments of others. Like shit, you gotta be able to have thick skin to where none of that shit matters, like at all. Like so, I used to run from the spotlight because like I never wanted it. I never cared to be famous. Never wanted to be like. Never crossed my mind. That was always CJ. From the from the time I can remember, CJ always wanted to be somebody, some famous. Like so, and the fact that he looked like Nelly, like so, he had it in his mind like he was gonna be famous already when we was kids because like Nelly was a hot rapper when we was growing up. Like so, damn near the number one rapper. Like shit, if I can remember it, like 2001 or 2000. That's when we was listening to him. Like so, CJ always wanted to be famous, and that's what he manifested for his life. Me, shit, I just always wanted to be like have solitude and peace, like shit, in the bread, the money, like fuck all that other shit. I want to be fucking a billionaire, fucking trillionaire. Anything else? Oh yeah, and a great father. That's all I really want to do. and live in my purpose. But that's what I'm doing. I don't have to want to do that. Like that's something I'm actually doing. I live in my purpose. I do what I came to do. Like we all have a mission that we're born with that some people just never realize. And some people never realize why they on this planet breathing. But they just consciously get up every day and like just work, just eat, sleep, shit, and watch TV. And like just think that's what life is about. Like shit, nah, I got a purpose, and my purpose is to fucking wake up as many fucking people as I can. Like, well, that's one of my purposes. I got multiple. Like, but here to help y'all evolve. Like so, it's 10 people in here. Ain't nobody commenting. Like y'all just who really in here? Who's really in here? You probably see their royalty while watching my shit too. I know they, of course they do, but they'll never comment on my shit. Just listening. I be forgetting sometimes. Like people just be listening. Like they don't be having nothing to comment because they just listening. Like so, I don't know. It's probably because I be watching other people's live streams and they just be having a bunch of people just fucking commenting. Like, and you know what that fucking it just made perfect sense why people just always commenting on other people's live stream because they don't be talking about nothing. Like they literally have nothing to talk about. Like so, the people in the comments is like, hey, talk about this or ask a question. Like so, I be getting it like I ain't gonna say I get confused, but I'm like I would rather people just I don't know. I guess I would want that, but then again, I would rather y'all be listening. Like fuck all that other shit. If it come down to it, I'd rather you listening than commenting. Because if you're commenting, that means you're thinking and you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. Like so, yeah, just certain shit you just gotta deal with, right? Like, but that I know as I get my channel continue to grow and grow and grow, like shit, that ain't gonna be the case, like at all. But yeah, life is fun. I ain't even gonna lie. I think Royalty a good person at heart. I, personally, how I feel about Royalty, she's a great person at heart. Like literally, she takes care of her kids. Like she's a real mother to her kids. Like and she puts like how a mother is a lioness is with her cubs. Like that's exactly how Royalty is. Like yeah, she probably did certain things that I probably didn't agree with. Like or she probably thought some shit that I never heard her say, but she probably thought some shit about me that probably ain't true or I don't agree with. But I ain't gonna say she's a great person because I don't know her like that, but just from me meeting her, like she never didn't seem like a bad person. Like, but does a person do bad things when people are not around? Yeah, of course they do. Like shit. But I'm not gonna shit on Royalty. Like, she a mother. Like, she make sure her kids taken care of. Like, she got them in the best position they could be in. Like shit. And, like she holding on to her position. Like, whoa. So a person, when they hold on to their position, they willing to do anything to stay in that position. And she only has a picture of her and her kids. See, I would have never seen no shit like that. Cause my eyes don't like. I'd have never caught that. Like, that's good. Like, alright, but I don't know. It's me and my wife on my phone, my lock screen. Like so, and then I know I'm on her lock screen. Like, but even then, like that shit wouldn't even bother me. I wouldn't care. Like low key, cause I ain't in your phone. Like I ain't checking your phone. I'm pretty sure like ain't nobody Royalty ain't letting nobody else go through her phone like that. Like so, the picture she chose to have up there, like shit. I guess that's her favorite picture. I don't know. She milking that man dry. That's what she's forcing to do. Man, like so that's another opinion. Like so I can't say if it's a fact, but I do believe like she did purposely get pregnant so she could be secure. Like so when it was just uh, Leon, Jillian, Carnation, CJ could have any time up and left, and like he could have left with everything because he didn't have kids with her. Now, if he chooses to leave or they choose to separate, then she'll always be able to eat off. of the situation. Like, so is she wrong for that? Because like she's thinking like, man, this is the bag. This is well, I'm not saying this is what she's really thinking, but if I'm putting myself in a situation, I meet somebody, I start dating them, and they blows up. Like literally, they blows up, becomes rich, famous, and all that. I'm gonna try to trap that person. I trap my girl too, like shit, low key, like what the fuck. But but you can't really blame CJ. I mean, you can't really blame royalty for the simple fact CJ could have said no. He the one who paid for it. He paid for the pregnancy. He could have always stood on his 10 toes. Credit card last year. I remember that like but I don't know if she stole the credit card, but I didn't remember like something about like her spending money out his account. That happened to me when I first like left my ex-wife. Like she got me twice. Like took all the money on my account. Like, cause she was able to fucking use her voice to deepen it to sound like me. And then she knew my social security card, all she knew all the bank information. Yeah, she got me twice. I got my money back, but yeah, I went through that phase too. That was like in 2015. So hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Like, so you know, telling what a woman, not just royalty, but any woman in a situation of that nature would do, like, to protect herself. Like I said, I'm not gonna bash her because we all make choices. We all like do things to benefit us. Like we're all selfish, like everybody to a sense. Like even the person that's always putting other people in front of them, they're only doing that so they can make themselves look good, or like so they can make people think like they're a good person at heart. Like so. I remember that shit too with the Mike situation. Like, then that's when all the other YouTubers started talking shit. I don't know if she slept with him, but like I did see, like when she went out there, I was like, what the fuck? Like I thought she would cross the line too. Like, but he forgave her, and you can't like if he forgave her, then everybody else just got to be like, hey, it is what it is. You can't be mad at him, like, cause then you got to think about, okay, if he forgave her, what did he do? Shit, cause he obviously had to think, well, fuck it, like it is what it is, cause I done did my share of dirt as well, like so. They back now though, like, but I feel yeah, she shouldn't have took his kids. She should have took her own kids if she went out there. Like, but once again, when you're on that platform, like when drama is the thing that brings in the most money, people are willing to do whatever it takes to get them clicks, get them views. Like so, shit was popping for them. Like that, everybody was getting money off that in that situation. Like shit, from Mike, Royalty, CJ, all the vlogs, all like everybody was getting paid off that shit. So I guess that's why I said like if you're gonna be on some drama shit, you gotta take things to the next level. You can't just keep repeating the same cycles and shit. Like it can't just be Royalty and Kamari's mom or Nike. I don't know why I keep saying Kamari's mom, but it can't always just be Royalty versus Nike. Like add some new motherfuckers to the equation. Well, when they brought Tata, like when CJ brought Tata, I guess that was like adding some new shit, but she's nowhere around now. So that's not yeah. Like I'm glad that you said that, Bianca. Like Royalty knows. Like that was probably like a in a moment, like being mad in the moment thing. But Royalty knows. She didn't spend thousands of dollars in a strip club with her. Like, and it's the same thing. Like, so you can't get mad like 300. Like that ain't shit. Like he didn't tricked off way more money than 300. Like so. But like I said, I guess when she seen it in the moment, she like, what the fuck? And got mad, but like I said, I'm not in the household. I'm only giving my perspective because of like I know my brother, like, and I don't know royalty like that. Like I can't say I know her like that because you have to spend time with a person. You have to be able to understand their not only the present, but you got to understand the past, where they come from. Like, it's a whole lot of things that come into the equation when you say you know a person. Do you know a person? Like, so I I know enough that, like, shit, yeah, like they in that shit to the I guess to the end. Like, shit, they riding that motherfucker to the end. Like, shit. Cause royalty did. Royalty played a big part in CJ getting on YouTube. Like, when me and Jinx be talking, like, sometimes he was like, man, he got a lot of respect for royalty because she was the one who, like, really got CJ on YouTube. Like, even though Jinx was trying to force him to get on it, like, royalty played a good part in it, like a big part in that. I gotta come up out the bushes and say, hey, shout out to Tasha coming through. It's Ken Brady, 13. I don't know. When you said something, I think it was Kel, but I think it's I don't think it's Ken Brady 13. So, but yeah, like I figured out what I gotta do as far as my YouTube, cause I done talk about hella other shit. They did Jinx so dirty. In which part? Like, I mean, who did Jinx dirty? I mean, we all come on. We all go through shit. It's a family. Like, this is we talking about a real family right now. My brother showed me the blueprint and I get what you from. Like, Jinx not was never trying to be a YouTuber. That wasn't what he wanted to do. Jinx was all about music. Jinx is still all about making music. Like, so when he blew up on YouTube, he already knew that ain't for me. This is something that's for CJ. Now, when CJ blew up, CJ may feel like Jinx was jealous, but Jinx, he was not jealous. Like, he always wanted to do music. Like, so, like, I don't know. Miscommunication. That's what I'll say. What happened to Jinx? What are you talking about? Jinx, no, he's just talking about how, like, they did Jinx wrong, did Jinx dirty. But Jinx is still good though. Like, shit, I don't know if y'all watch Power, but Ghost. The first episode of this year that came out with Power on Stars. Jinx song was in that episode. Like, so, like, Jinx is making moves, power moves. Like, no pun intended. Like, so, it's not like he was left behind. Exactly. Jinx definitely gonna be on Power again. Like, so, like, he's doing what he wanna do. Like, and me, like, shit, I'm the businessman, I guess. 13. But yeah, I don't. We all doing our thing, like, low key in our own lanes. It's just CJ's lane is the biggest, like, so. Gonna be on Power. Yeah, he was on the first. He was on this year's episode, the first one, and then he gonna be on there again. Exactly, Tasha. Make sure if y'all want the real one, inside scoops, hit that cash out. Cause then I know y'all for real. Well, I know y'all for real because y'all here, but still, gotta keep the lights on. Inflation is real, but I always been like the hidden, the mysterious one, the one that was in the background. Like, I still haven't got YouTube really been tripping on my monetization. Like, so that's why if you look at my page, I deleted all videos that wasn't like that I just shared. Like, I deleted all of that because YouTube's like can't get monetized with reused content. Like, so July 11th is the day I reapply. But YouTube never, like, I mean, I ain't gonna say never, like, yeah, but YouTube will only be another set of what is the term I'm looking for? Like, another source of income. YouTube, well, I guess if it gets big enough, I make enough shit out there to become the main source. But nah, I don't think YouTube would ever become my main source of income because I got multiple sources of income. Like, so once I do get monetized, then like that'd be cool, but I don't need to be monetized. Like shit, like I already got money coming in. Like I already got where I'm at without YouTube. Like so, and where I'm at is where I want to be. Like so, it ain't about the money, but it is about like yeah, I'll have been working towards getting monetized. It is a goal, but it's just been like shit. Hey, they've been denying your boy, but it is what it is. Like it is what it is. Cause I'm not gonna give up on this shit. Cause it's a goal. That's what happens in life when you start setting goals and shit. You gonna fail a lot of times. You gonna try to apply for certain shit and get denied. But the ones who are successful is the ones that kept going. Like ones that failed, got back up, and kept pressing. Like the ones who you got the people who try and fail and then give up and never try again. Be like, oh, I tried it, but then you got people who never try. Like so, me, I'm a person like even if I fail, I'm gonna keep trying. Like so until I get the shit. Like, cause this is life. I ain't like every day I got to live. Like every day I have to live. Like so I gotta be working towards something. Like so I've been having something to work towards lately. And then like I'm in school too, like so I'm working towards that and degrees and shit, like so. But yeah, I'm more of like the businessman. Like I be trying to think of like other business ways and like business ideas. I need to stop slacking on my podcast though, like 'cause that's what really started this whole thing. Like so, but I'm gonna get back on that shit. I be having all the time in the world, but I'll fucking waste it away. Just like I don't know, I'll be in my thoughts mostly, but I'll be procrastinating. Like I'm a major procrastinator. That's what I'm working on now. Well, I ain't working on it. I've been thinking about working on my procrastination, but I just been procrastinating doing that shit too. Like I be telling myself, Ken, when you say you're gonna do something, do it. Like don't wait no extra time, just do it. But unfortunately, that's still ain't the case. But what's scary to me is even though I procrastinate a lot, I'm still as successful as I am. Like so, it'd be like Kenneth, if you really stop procrastinating, just imagine what you can do. Like so, it's I don't know. I stopped procrastinating when it came to YouTube though. Like this year, like I've been posting constantly, like consistently. Like so, that's something I overcame. But it's just other things in life that I just be procrastinating on. Like I need to get my oil changed. That shit. It's been a fucking 2 month conversation about Ken. Yeah, go to get the oil changed. And the oil fucking changed. Fucking light popped on today. I'm like, all right, it's time to go get the oil change. But I could have avoided that the whole time if I just had a did it when I said it the first time. But I think that's what hinders like my success to a sense. Because even though, like I said, I'm very successful already, I feel like I can be way further if I would just do shit when I said I was gonna do it. CJ has the fucking like the gift of fucking putting into action. What you got the frowny face for? Like, so. But yeah, CJ is an action oriented person. That's why I like shit. I was around him and he'd have an idea, he'd be on that idea like quick. I'm like, damn, like if I had the idea, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I'll probably write it down, then I'll forget about it. Like so. I knew if I implemented that, what he does as far as like taking action pretty quick, like I probably won't have 8 million subscribers, but shit, whatever I do focus on, which my whole thing is getting to the money, like shit, if I focus more on like shit, my gifts that gets me more money, I'm like, yeah, I definitely can get a couple mil this year, like shit. But I gotta stop fucking procrastinating. I be feeling like I got so much time. And you really don't. Like, but then again, time is an illusion. Like, shit, it's a constructed idea from man, like to fucking oil change. Oh shit. Hope you're up to date now. But yeah, I just got confused in what I was talking about. So, thanks, babe. I'm easily distracted. That's it. That's what it be. I'm easily distracted. I have ADHD. What got you thinking to this level? I was always a thinker. Like that's the whole like I've always been a thinker, but I wasn't a speaker. Like so once I started speaking and speaking my mind, like that was in like 2018. Like so and books like Think and Grow Rich, The Law of Attraction. That's not a book, but that's just research the Law of Attraction. But Think and Grow Rich, Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. Like it was books that I read that just changed my perspective on life. It made me fix my mindset. Like so, I had to do that part. I had to detox all the shit that I had learned in life from my parents, from schools, from like just society, TV, and all that music, all that shit. I had to fucking deprogram from all that shit, unlearn it, and then relearn what I needed to learn in life. Like so, yeah, I had that epiphany in like 2018. Like so, but like I said, I always was a thinker. Like that's just been me. I just didn't say what I thought because I thought people would think I was crazy. Like so, now I don't care what people think. So it really don't matter. Like as long as I'm speaking my mind, because I know people want to listen. Like I realize people want to hear what I got to say. Like so, I started using that to my capability. But now people be like, man, I wish this boy, I wish he'd shut up. Like not y'all, but like my family be like, man, he talk too much. Like, but hey, it is what it is. I can't help it. The blessings come when I open up my mouth, when I start speaking. Like that's when I realize I get more blessed and more blessings. So I'm like, shit, what the fuck I need to be quiet for? Cause my whole life, up until I was 28 years old, I was the quiet guy. You had CJ, who he was always who he was. I was the complete opposite. Now you got, I speak more. Like he seemed like he been more quiet lately. Like he ain't been posting as more much as he used to, but yeah, like I said, I realized opening my mouth and like saying what was on my mind was helping other people, and it was giving me blessings like through the universe and shit. Like so, yeah, like shit. I just encourage other people to like to speak what's on their mind, say what truly what's on their mind. Stop hiding how you feel. Stop like yeah, stop thinking people are gonna think you crazy, cause you 100% sure like my family thinks I'm crazy. CJ didn't call me a demon before. He called me crazy. Grandma, I grew up. My grandma used to always say, "Kenneth, you're crazy," or "That boy crazy." My Gigi, who rest in peace, passed away in 2015. She said the first thing that came to my mind when I seen you, Kenneth, at around 2 years old, was that boy is crazy. Like, damn, you ain't even give me a chance to like fucking like grow into something or be something. But I realized shit being what they meant by being crazy is I was different. I was nothing like the rest. Like there was something about me that they couldn't fathom or understand it because they haven't came across it. And what as it turns out to be, they thought it was crazy. Like that was the only word they had for it. Like so, I always embrace being called crazy because I'm like, all right, that just means I'm not like all y'all. I'm like so, and that'll always be my case. I'm different. I think different. Think outside the box. And that's why my platforms aren't as big as my brother's because the world they don't take too kindly to me. Like speaking on half the shit that I speak on. Like, cause I don't agree. I'm not the type that agrees with the majority of the world agrees with. I don't think how the majority of the world thinks. So when you got somebody that's doing the opposites and the opposite of everything they believe in and you stand for, like they're like, oh yeah, that's the devil right there. Like so, but like I said, fuck people's opinions because I know it works for me. Like I figured out like my secret. I figured out my blueprint and what works. Opening my mouth, saying what's on my mind, telling my stories and being transparent, not fucking lying. Like and not trying to entertain no motherfucking body just so I can get fucking clicks. Like so, I'll clickbait a title, yeah. Like, but overall, like the whole reason why I'm doing this because I understand people like they not looking for what I'm serving. So I gotta trick them into getting like I gotta trick y'all to coming here so you can hear what I truly have to say. Like so you like oh shit I know that I'm supposed to be here. Like even though you would have never clicked on this shit if I put in the title what I'm talking about right now. Like y'all be like what the fuck? Just kept on scrolling. Like so I don't know. I I am a thinker. Like that's why I spend most of my time doing is thinking about shit. Like so, but thinking is how you manifest. Thoughts become things. Always remember that thoughts become things. Exactly. Like I, that's exactly how I was. So nonchalant, like laid back and just observed everything. Like then when I started speaking up, they were like, "Oh, this he got sense. Like we need to be listening to him." Like so, I was always listening to myself, but I wasn't letting nobody else hear what I had to say. Like so, now I do, and I'm not ashamed of like the thoughts that come out of my like the thoughts I think and the things that I say. Like shit. If I talk about some past lives and like some karma and the universe type of shit, you better believe it's a reason why I'm speaking about it. Like so, it is not like I said, it's not the normal conversation, but it's the needed conversation. Like so, it's hard being though. There's too many distractions. I mean, I. That's why you have to get past the woke part. It's levels in it. It's like you wake up, then you realize, damn, I'm in the matrix. Then like it's you gotta go through the shadow phase, like where you still woke, but all the bad shit, the fuckery is happening. Then you got the fucking enlightened stage, and like, I mean, it's the Christ consciousness phase. Like, it's so many levels of spirituality and like overcoming shit like that. But distractions, yes, that is a major. That's why you was asleep in the first place. It was because of the distractions, the things that caught your attention, that fascinated you, but really wasn't for you. You didn't really need it, but um, that's the whole world right there. Like shit, well, I ain't gonna say the whole world, but 95% of the world is still asleep, like consciously, like just living life, not knowing why the fuck they here, not even aware, like it's a spirit within you, and like that's just hoping you wake the fuck up and like realize who you are. Like so, those are the conversations I'm used to having. Like I like talking about, but like I said, I know what I gotta do to get y'all to click. Like, gotta use the clickbait. Like so, and my brother is always his on YouTube has been a hot topic for years now, and I always avoided using that. Like y'all know, like well the people who see me from build this shit up to where it's at now, like I if I did speak on my brother, I never put it in my title. And it was never like a constant thing that I was talking about. It was only stories that I was telling them because, of course, that's someone who I grew up with from like since I was born. Like he was born a year before me. Like so, I'm not Jinx. So I'm Kenneth. I think I need to change my fucking YouTube channel to my name is Kenneth, not Jinx. Like because people always think I'm Jinx, but I am 2 years older than him. So, and actually, I ain't even a whole year younger than CJ. Man, CJ be the same age for like 2 weeks, and then his birthday comes. Facts, facts. So I'm more like that type of. That's why you're here, like, cause we like the same. Like, I'm always trying to learn. Oh, so you was like one that like here like go into details like, but you was here yesterday when I talked about it. So yeah, like, but I had spoken on it plenty of times on my podcast. Like people just didn't know where I was. If y'all notice, and it's something I noticed last night, even when I was in CJ's videos in like 2018, CJ would always say CJ, my brother. He would never say my name in a title. Like you would never see my name in none of his titles. But if it's Jinx, like if you see Jinx, he gonna say my brother Jinx, CJ on 32s, my brother CJ on 32. But he was never like I don't know why I don't know. But that's something I just realized. But I guess that's why everybody always like, oh CJ's so cool, brother. They don't know my name. But that's how it was growing up in school. CJ was so popular, everybody knew CJ that they automatically knew who I was, but it wasn't because they knew my name. They just say, "Oh, that's CJ, that's so cool, little brother." Like so, imagine growing up your whole life and like the only people who know you is like because of relationships you built, and they didn't know who my brother was. Like so, In Gary, everybody knew me as the little brother. Then I went into the military. Nobody knew who he was. Came back out here to Vegas. Everybody started knowing me as See So Cool Little Brother. Once I was separated from him, moved out the guest house, I built my own thing where now people know who I am. Like so, it's still more people know me as CJ So Cool Little Brother, but now they're being introduced. CJ on 32 is not our real brother. They just say brother. Like so, but when you develop relationships with people, like our Gigi and our grandma used to always tell us, we don't have friends. You got associates. So I mean, you can either have associates or family. The next thing. Like so, it ain't got to be blood. But I went into the Marines. So yeah, I did 4 years in the Marines. Honorably discharged. Disabled veteran. Yeah, that's me. So y'all blended. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by we blended, but like I said, the only reason y'all are here today is because I figured it out. After that T page posted my video and got 300,000 some views, I'm like, oh, that's what I gotta do to get people like paying attention. Gotta talk about my brother and put it in the title, because that's what it's about. It's about the title. Jinx was there. Yep, like we all went into the military, like so. I did the longest, like I served the longest time though, like so. It ain't no competition, but still. Since we're giving a little inside TP. Exactly, Tasha. Make sure y'all hit that cash out. Literally the monopoly, brother. Man, when you Monopoly is supposed to be illegal, right? But when you think about all the top companies, the top brands, McDonald's, most people think McDonald's is like the food is their number one service is food. Like how many people think McDonald's number one service is food? They provide food. They all about food. Like, but in reality, they're in the real estate business. McDonald's is in the real estate business. Everywhere you go in the United States, even out the United States, you're gonna see that motherfucking arch. And when you get on the highway, every major exit is a McDonald's. Like, it ain't about the food. Like, it's about the land they own and the place. Like, come on, man. They make way more money just be off the real estate. I mean, the food is like I said, number two, but it's off the real estate. Like so. I didn't watch that video like my niece twerking. Like so. I'm not. That ain't nothing new to me either. Like her twerking though. Like either. Like so. But her dancing on boys. I grew up in Gary, Indiana. They had sock ops in elementary school where kids was just getting like dancing crazy. Like you would think they were grown ups. Like so. It's inappropriate. It's not supposed to be done, and it's definitely not supposed to be on the internet. Like, but I understand. Like, it's kids. Come on, like, I ain't about to. McDonald's is everywhere. Like, you said you report that every page. It definitely that video definitely need to be reported for the simple fact the T pages shouldn't even be posting a kid dancing with another kid. Like now you're being a part of the problem. Like when you're posting that, like those videos out there. Like so yes, the people be just trying to get the clicks, but at the same time, hey, you got a lot of times people don't understand karma is real. Like so when you always down talking a person, like these people got T pages and drama pages and like they always in other people's business, like that's gonna be reversed. Like in some point in time, like you're gonna feel the same energy you put out there. Like so, me always trying to speak positive, like always trying to think positive because it's already bullshit that's gonna happen on a daily basis because we living in hell. I'm like, I live in the States. Yeah, so I always wanted to go to the Caribbean, but yeah, like shit. If you look at the kids in Africa, like they're dancing just like that. Like that's nothing different. Get this more of this I mean, I'm 100% sure Kamari got disciplined. Like, I'm 100% sure she got in trouble for that. Lewis was always talking trash about CDs. I used to like see his videos like years ago because my wife would like watch him, but like, I ain't seen him in a minute. Like shit, he still I didn't even know he was still doing like drama and shit like that. But a lot of people like the easiest thing and the most popular thing is to do is bash my brother. Like, is you get views off of it. So, I'm in Vegas, so like shit, I understand like how hot it can get. This whole week is 100 plus, like so, and it's been like that for like the last week, or the last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, like shit. So we be getting up to like 118, 120 degrees in like August, so I'm used to it. I was in Afghanistan and it was like shit 120 every single day of the summer. Like so. And I had was in full gear. Like we wasn't rocking no shorts, none of that. Like full military gear. Flak, which is my vest, my uniform, boots, helmet, Kevlar, like all of that. Like so every day I'm on post in this hot ass weather. Like so I can deal with it. But yeah, our journey, well, my journey has been pretty wild to say the least, though. Then to like end up being like a famous like YouTuber's brother, like shit, just add the icing on the cake. Hurricane, man. The last time I was in a hurricane, well, it wasn't really in a hurricane, but experienced a hurricane. I was living in North Carolina in the Marines, like so. We was that North Carolina is right off the coast of the Atlantic, so shit. Those it was always hurricanes just tearing that up. Like, but I was never in one bad to where it was like my place was flooded and all that. Like, so I ain't really experienced that, but I did like see like roads like just overflowing like shit with the bridges overflowing, not roads. But yeah, I like that type of weather. I like rainy weather. Like I ain't gonna say too much gloomy. I like gloomy weather, like rainy weather, thunderstorms. That's the type of individual I am. Like shit, kind of. I like to be chilled in in the house, just watching TV or like shit on live. Like, but Vegas is the complete opposite. It rains probably like 10 times out the year, like, and it rains more in the wintertime. Like, but it don't like last that long. It don't be days where it's just or weeks where it's just continuing rain. Like so, don't get to experience that. July be having monsoon season, but yeah, we ain't had one like the past couple years. Like shit, so. See, like I would love to visit the Caribbean, but I wouldn't want to move there. Like shit, like I'm in a situation where my shit is getting flooded. Like even though it's beautiful, but getting flooded at the same time, nah, I'm good. Vegas is actually surrounded by mountains. Like it's surrounded, so ain't no floods happening. Like ain't none of that shit. Okay, good sleep. That's why I like the rainy weather because I get good sleep. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. But I'm the sleep. I love sleep. If anything, that's what I be mainly trying to do: take a nap or go to sleep. That's my favorite thing. Like that's my favorite hobby: taking a fucking nap. Like, and I don't even got no job, but I wake up and I don't fucking do nothing. And I'm like, oh, time to take a nap. I'm like shit, just wake back up, do nothing again, and like go to sleep. But I'm a dreamer person, like so I love like when I go to sleep, my intentions is to dream. Like so understanding like dreams are portals and parallel universe like mirrors to parallel universes. It's fucking sometimes a past life like you're dreaming about. Like so I realize like the dream world is just as real as this world. Like so only difference is like ain't the dream ain't the physical, it's the spiritual. Like and this is the physical, which I would rather be in a dream world 24/7 or yeah 24/7 and like go to sleep and then have this real world where I can like um yeah I'd rather that shit be opposite low key. But It is what it is. But yeah, I don't plan on staying on here long. Like shit, I just had to see. This was a test. This one is a test run about falling. If you dream about falling, I just watched fucking Doctor Strange too, and it was about dreams and parallel universes and multiverses and shit. And he went to a parallel universe where his other self was there, and he said the Doctor Strange bad. It was like a sinister Doctor Strange too. He said, "You ever felt like you was falling in your dream, like, because that was me pushing you, trying to kill you, like, or the sinister Doctor Strange version was killing other parallel universes versions in their dreams by pushing them, like so. It's shit crazy. Like you probably got somebody on the other universe that don't like you. This yourself low key, but most people think like movies are just movies. Nah, that should be low key real. I'm like that. It's the reason why they fucking put that shit in a movie. He said, "Dude, no disrespect to him. He needs better parenting. He just used money to solve his problem." Well, we didn't have parents. Well, like we didn't have no mom and dad growing up. Like so, and the way we was raised, it was kind of fucking rough. No, I'm not Jinx. I'm Kenneth. Jinx is my little brother. Like CJ is my older brother. But yeah, we didn't grow up with no parents. We didn't have no mom and dad. Like so, how we raise our children is like we new to this. Like me having all seven of, oh, not all my kids here, but my oldest will be here. Like, but me having all my kids in my household is a new thing. Like I said, I didn't grow up with a mom and dad. Like, so that's something that I always wanted. So even though I got all my kids in my household, that don't mean like I'm raising them the 100% right way. Like, so dream about man, I hate those dreams where you be fighting and like I hate that shit. Or when you run, trying to run and you just keep falling type shit. Like, I hate those type of fucking dreams. Like, cause it's like, damn, I done wasted my fucking sleep on this dumbass shit. I mean, my mom is around now, but shit, my dad, like, he passed away when I was 11. Like, so, in 2001. And he wasn't, I mean, we had spent time with my dad one time before he died. And that was in like 1998, the Christmas. I remember it so vividly because we went to our fucking auntie house in Kentucky, and her house was so fucking huge. And her kid, like the Xbox just had came out, and he got that motherfucker for Christmas. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish my mom and dad lived in a big house and I got this, but my dad took me there. Like so, that's the only like thing I can remember of him. It sucks when you have a dad that's alive and like not around. Like shit. That's why I say it's important. That's why I have my children. Like I got custody of my kids. And my oldest son who's not here, I talk to him every day. Like so. And it's on FaceTime, so it's basically like I'm there, but not there physically. I grew up with we grew up with my siblings, my four other siblings, my grandmother and my great grandma. So those who my parents was. My grandma was like the father figure, and my Gigi was the mother figure. Like so. I feel like I was raised better than like people who got their mom and dad. Cause shit, just because you got your mom and dad in your life, that don't mean like you was raised right. Like shit, I know hella people. I'm like, you said you had both of your parents in your life. Like the fuck, you should have been without their ass. Like, cause I know if I had been raised by my parents, if my dad died in prison at 33, where would he had to led me? Like he wasn't on the right path. Like so, and my mom didn't never have a stable place, like cause what she was going through. So it was like, I'm glad I grew up with my grandmother, like cause it's still like it was like a connection, a blood connection there. Like so, then shit, we was always going on family reunions every year. Like we was always traveling. Like even though we all had to share one room, like all the kids, not my grandma and Gigi, but like even though all the kids we had to share one room and sleep on the floor for the longest time, we still like have more privileges than the average person growing up where we grew up. Like My grandma and Gigi wasn't buying name brand shoes and clothes, but you know what they was doing? Like I said, they was taking us out of town. Like shit, we was going to Six Flags, we was going to Disney World, like we was staying at the nicest hotels. Like so, parents can't control their children. They can't control their kids because like shit, they don't know how to raise their children. Like shit, it's because they wasn't raised right themselves. They don't know how to parent. Like so, that's why you really can't blame a person for being a bad parent if you truly don't know how they was raised. And then you gotta understand like shit, if they wasn't raised the right way, they not gonna raise their children the right way. Like that's just how it be. Like until they learn how to be a parent, that's something you really have to do. There's classes out there like parenting classes for people who don't know how to parent. Like so, they could use some of those lessons, but I'm not the person who's gonna be saying, hey, this is what you need to do. Like shit, if a person don't feel like they're a bad parent, you can't force them to believe that they are. That you do this, and then you got the things that can help them in the process. Like so, you got to be able to. If you gonna criticize me, then you better be able to give me the answer in the same fucking instance. Like so, I'm trying not to judge nobody because, like I said, I grew up how I mean, well, we grew up how we grew up. It was in the hood, like without parents, mom and dad, like shit. CJ was always the type of kid like who wanted the Jordans, who wanted the name brand clothes, the jerseys and stuff. And you know what? He always got it. I don't know how he did it, but he always got it. Like he always had what he wanted. Like so, me, I was always the type of I was the kid who I got everything I wanted because I made the straight A's. Like so, he got the shit he wanted, however way he manifested it. My way was doing good in school, and I was kind of like the what's the fucking anybody seen Sheldon, motherfucking Big Bang Theory, but it's the younger version, young Sheldon. Like I was more was like way ahead of my time. Good. Everybody thought I was a know-it-all, like so. And like I said, my grandma used to reward me when I would get straight A's because CJ wasn't bringing that home, or my older sister, like so. I was like the privileged kid within the household because I was quote unquote the smart one. But his obsession with the Mary jeans as he poses his own jeans. He probably heard music through the music. I'm 13, so I don't understand, but one day I'll be. Hey, if you're only 13 and you're here and you get this information and knowledge, you're gonna be so far ahead of everybody that's your age. Like it's gonna be crazy. CJ is my older brother. Like, we got the both same mom and dad. Like, you know what's funny? The other day he popped up on my fucking ancestry DNA fucking chart because I did me Jinx did his ancestry DNA thing like a couple years ago. Then I ended up doing it last year. Then CJ just recently did it and it showed like how we was all brothers and shit. Like it's good. Like, oh, well, it's a good thing my mama ain't lie about her baby daddy. Like that'd have been fucked up. But yeah, that's my blood brother. But I always grew up with the intentions like shit. I knew I was special, but it was like CJ being who he was. It was like he always like kind of took the spotlight. Like it was to this day. Like, but then again, I never wanted the spotlight. That's not something that I wanted. It was like I was just put in the spotlight. All like it was like all my life I was just thrown into the spotlight for one my looks. I used to have this mole on my ear. Like y'all probably can't see it, but it's like I had surgery when I was in the Marines because it was a mole that stuck out. And everybody knew me because of that mole. As a kid, they would always ask me, "What's that thing on the side of your ear?" And I never had an answer. Like so, I was known off that. I was super popular in school for being quiet. Like that's crazy, right? People know you for being the quiet kid, like never talking and shit. Like, so that was the thing. And then CJ being my older brother, like, so the spotlight was always on me, and I never wanted it. Like, so now I'm kind of like saying, fuck it, like shit. Can't run from the shit. What the fuck else can I do? Embrace it. So that's what you see me doing now. Like, and I've been doing it for this past like few years, like just embracing who I was myself. Like so, yeah, I'm about to get out this month though, cause quiet but I talk at lunchtime. I wasn't even talking at lunchtime. Like that's like even with my closest friends, I was still quiet towards them. Like shit, the only time I would talk more is like we playing video games or like we playing basketball. But other than that, like shit, I kept to myself all day, every day. When I went home, I was the kid. Like I said, I got four other siblings, two brothers and two sisters. I was the kid who was doing homework, doing extra work that wasn't even homework. I was just wanted to be. I wanted to be smart. I wanted to be like. I wanted to be seen better as like everybody else. Like shit. God damn, you got anger issues. I was a fighter too. That's what, another thing I was known for. It's funny that you mentioned that, but I was just because of how I look. I felt like I used to. I was super short. Like people, of course, people try to bully the short person. So it was, I guess, seeing it on TV, where like too many kids, small kids, got bullied. So every school year, when the school year would start, gym class or whatever, I will always find one target, one person who was bigger than me that I knew was weaker than me, and I would beat them up, and everybody would see it, and they would always say, "Oh, don't mess with him. He got hands. Even though he's quiet, don't bother him." Like so, yeah, I was kind of a bully myself, but I also got bullied too. Like shit, it was a time I got bullied, and CJ was right there and like didn't even save me. Like shit, that's a story, right? I ain't gonna tell that. I'm gonna say that one for later. Like shit, but yeah, I got plenty of stories. Like so, I ain't gonna just put them all out at just one time. But yeah, definitely been bullied myself before. But it was my karma too. Like so, I can't. When I look back on life, I'm like, yeah, I kind of deserve that ass whooping. Like so, but it is what it is, yo. Like I'm glad that y'all tuned in today. Probably be back tomorrow with another clickbait title. Or this really wasn't, yeah, it really wasn't clickbait. I asked questions and talked about it, so yeah, I can't fight, but nobody can. People didn't think I couldn't fight because I, like I say, every time school year started, I was beat like punching somebody, like so. It was I already had my reputation, like cause and then like in our city we all grew up to like from elementary. Everybody who went to elementary went to middle school together and went to high school together. Like so, the reputation that I had each time, like it just grew because then in high school you would meet people who were in from different parts of the city or like in middle school, like yeah, you know how it go. Like you just meet new people each time, but you know who you know. Like so, that's why you can't really like there is no such thing as lame and popular. Like, what you know about electrochemical and brain waves? Is you talking about what is you like? Where are you trying to get with the electrochemical? Like, cause you know, I literally just was. I don't know if I was reading something about that electrochemical, or I was reading about someone that was dealing with that or something. But it's funny that you mentioned it. But I'm not into that. I do listen to fucking music, high hertz music, like 432 hertz music for brainwaves, for positive frequencies playing. I actually got some playing in the background, like so. I'm not really in it on the science, but it's something that's going down supposedly July 5th about that electromagnetic frequencies and shit like that. But I don't know too much about it to be worried about some shit like so. It is what it is, right? Like so. But what's about it? Like what you want to know? Like you could put me on some game like shit. What can you teach us about shit electromagnetics and brainwaves? I know like the music that they play, yeah, CERN like that shit. Like I don't. That shit is people. My cousin called me early this morning, call about that, about CERN, because she was kind of worried. And I'm like, kind of crazy because like I don't know about this. Like I know it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing that's gonna affect us. Like it probably lowers some people's frequencies. Like that's around it. I'll be more worried about the people who was in that city that it's going on. Like they'll probably be more affected than like me being in Vegas or some type of. But what the government do, what scientists do, like this thing that's going on that's gonna be happening in a couple days. They always do that. They always got experiments like that. They just don't let the world know. They just don't. The media don't fucking get a hold to it. Like so, knowing like this ain't. You listen to radio. Yeah, like I actually try not to listen to the radio. Like so, like I got my phone like and I play the music that I want to hear. Like if I got the radio playing, it's because my Bluetooth hasn't kicked in already. Like that's the only reason why I listen to the radio. Like so, and I don't watch TV because that's a programming. Radio, that's programming. Like all of that shit is programming. Like so, and that control like that's
Don't talk.
like that people don't understand like that's why music is so important, so powerful. Like that's how you can manifest some shit using music. Like that frequency shit is real. Like so
Charlie horse in my foot.
but yeah, I'm about to, did you order dinner already?
No, what you want it to do?
I said I want steak.
Babe, it's a bunch of steaks on that bag, baby.
They got a T-bone steak? That's what I want. But yeah, I'm about to get all this. What time is it? Like,
It's going on 8
oh, it's,
o'clock.
it's almost 7:30. Like, so I've been on here for
See you
a
guys later, peeps.
You clearly said steak. That's what I know I said steak too. Like, I'm 100% sure I said that shit.
It's a bunch of different steaks, y'all.
But all right, peace, y'all.